Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the state government. The governor is the constitutional head of the state executive. What are the important powers and functions of the governor? What are the executive powers, legislative powers, financial powers, and other grievances and privileges of the governor? First, we have to learn about the state government. The Constitution of India envisages for federal government having separate system for administration for the union and the states. There are 28 states and 9 union territories and 1 national capital territory known as Delhi in India. The Constitution contains provisions for the governance of both the union and the states. It lays down a uniform structure for state government in Part 6 of the Constitution from Article 152 to 237, which applicable to all states. The structure of the state government as formed in the center consists of 3 branches. There are first one is executive and second one is legislature and third one is judiciary. First one is the executive. The governor is the constitutional head of the state executive. Generally, there is a separate governor in each state, but if the situation warrants so, the same person may be appointed as the governor of 2 or more states. Article 154 vests the executive power of the state in the governor. The constitution makers had decided to adopt the same pattern of parliamentary system of government in the states and replica of the government and the union. The only differences in the model is that constitutional head of the government in the state, the governor is not elected either directly or indirectly. Rather, he is appointed by the president. This has been done in order to maintain the unitary spirit of the federation, that Union of India alive. Next, we have to learn about the appointment of the governor. The governor of a state shall be appointed by the president. His usual term of office is 5 years, but he holds office during the pleasure of the president. Generally, the governor does not belong to the state where he is appointed. He can also be transferred from one state to another by the president. He can also resign anytime by addressing his resignation to the president. The legislature of a state or high court has no role in the removal of a governor. A person may be appointed as governor for any number of terms. 2 conventions have been set up in the matter of appointing a person as governor of a state. He should not be a resident of a state concerned, and the state government concerned is consulted and its view or sought regarding the proposed choice. According to Article 158, where the same person is appointed as governor of 2 or more states, the emolument and allowances payable to the governor shall be allocated among the state in such proportion as the president may be order determined. First, we have to learn about what are the qualifications of the governor. Article 157 and the Article 158 of the Constitution of India specify eligibility of requirement for the post of the governor. They are as follows. First one, he should be a citizen of India. Second one, he must be completed 35 years of age. And third one is, he should not be a member of parliament or of any state legislature. And fifth one is, if he is a member of any state legislature, automatically vacates his seat on assuming the office. Last one is, he should not hold any other profitable occupation. Executive power of the governor. Executive powers. He appoints the leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly as the chief minister of the state. He appoints other members of council of ministers on the recommendation of the chief minister. He appoints the chairman and the members of the state public service commission. Next one is he appoints the state election commissioner and determines the conditions of the service and tenure of office. He acts as the chancellor of universities in the state. He also appoints vice chancellor of the universities in the state. He directly rules the state when there is imposition of the president's rule in the state. Now we have to learn about legislative powers of the governor. The governor is an integral part of the state legislature, but he is not a member in the either house of the legislature. In his capacity, he enjoys the following legislative powers and functions. He has the right to summon, prorogue the state legislature and dissolve the state legislative assembly. He can address the state legislature at the commencement of the first session after each general election and the first session of the year. He can send messages to the houses of the state legislature relating to a bill pending in the legislature. He can appoint any member of the state legislative assembly to preside over its proceedings when the offices of both the speakers and the deputy speakers fall vacant. He nominated one member to the state legislative assembly from the Anglo-Indian community. Next, financial powers of governor. The constitution confers on the governor the duty to get prepared and introduced to the state legislature the annual budget and also the supplementary budget if necessary. Money bill can be introduced in the legislative assembly only with his prior recommendations. He can make advances out of the state contingency fund to meet any unforeseen expenditure. He constitutes a finance commission after every year to review the financial position of the panchayats and municipalities. Now, judicial powers of the governor. He appoints Attorney General of the state. He makes appointments, postings and promotions of the district judges in the consultation with the state high court. The Chief Justice of High Court in the state is appointed by the President and in consultation with him. He can pardon, commute and reprieve punishments on receipt of appeals for mercy except death sentence. Next one is discretionary powers. The governor can reserve a bill for the consideration of the president. He can call the leader of any party to form ministry in the state when there is no clear-cut majority to any party in the legislative assembly after general election. He can dismiss the council of ministers when it is unable to prove confidence of the legislative assembly. Emergency powers. If the governor is satisfied that the government of the state is not carried on in accordance with the provisions of the constitution, he may under Article 356 recommend to the president to impose president rule in the state. As soon as the president rule is imposed, the administration of the state is carried on by the governor as the representative of the president. Now, what are the privileges of the governor? Article 361 provides for the following privileges for the governor. The governor of a state is not be answered to any court for the exercise and performance of the powers and duties of his office or for any act done or purporting to be done with him the exercise and performance of those powers and duties. No process for the arrest or imprisonment of the governor of a state shall issue from any court during the term of office. Thank you, students.